Hi, I'm Buddy Bacteria.
And I'm Nurse Staphylococcus. Today we are here to talk about the chain of infection.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you about where me and my microbe friends live and how we get around. And trust me, we are a crafty bunch.
Well, I'm here to tell you about how to break the chain of infection and make it difficult, if not impossible, for microbes like you to thrive.
Don't be so sure, Nurse Staphylococcus. We are everywhere, and we have lots of tricks.
Maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and your friends.
Oh,
The more we know about these types, the better we can thwart them.
well, I'm a bacteria, the most successful organism on the planet. I am a single-cell organism, but I most often hang out in large groups. I lack a nucleus, and I am protected by a cell wall. And I am very proliferative, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. My cousin Vinny Virus, he's a real player. He likes to invade host cells and use the mechanics within the cell to reproduce thousands of mini-Vinnies. And when he and his offspring have used up everything the host cell has to offer, they burst out and infect many other cells and start the reproductive cycle all over again in the new cell. My other cousin, Frankie Fungi, he's a guy that likes to get around, but he's mostly benign, except for when he finds a human who is immunocompromised. Then he sets up shop in the lungs or the brain and wreaks havoc. My other cousin, Patty Parasite, is a multi-celled organism that needs to infiltrate a host and use the host's resources to live and multiply. Patty likes to hang out in exotic places. Sometimes she even spends part of her life in one host, so that she can grow and mature before she moves into a more complex host.
I had no idea there were so many different types and kinds of microbes like you. Where exactly do you all like to hang out so that I can avoid you?
Well, we are everywhere, really. There's no avoiding us. We like to live on contaminated equipment and surfaces, in and on people, in and on animals and insects. We're in the water you drink. Well, if you drink puddle water. We can be found hanging out in the soil. Yeah, good luck in avoiding us.
Great! I know where you guys live. Now I can work to break the chain of infection. If I clean, disinfect, sterilize equipment and surfaces, if I follow infection control policies, and if we implement pest control, we can get you where you live.
Sure, that might help, but we're crafty, and we like to travel around inside of hosts, and we have ways of traveling from one host to the next. You can often find us traveling via sneezing, achoo, coughing, in vital fluids, and drainage from wounds.
Aha! But I have ways of breaking the chain and protecting myself and others from your spread. I can wash my hands, I can wear gloves, I can put on a gown, I can wear a mask and other protective equipment, and I can use proper waste disposal techniques.
Well, that all sounds great, but you would have to be pretty diligent to avoid spreading me and my type. We are everywhere, and we can hitchhike a ride to a new host so easily. I can be passed on through both direct and indirect contact, ingestion, and inhalation.
Great! So I will just need to continue with good hand hygiene, personal protective equipment, cleaning and disinfecting, as well as using good food safety techniques and isolation of infected individuals away from others.
Okay, that seems like a good plan, but you will need to be rigorous with following these guidelines if you want to break the chain. But remember, I am difficult to see, and even if you just pick up one or two hitchhikers of my kind, you can easily pass us on. All we need is a way to get in. Broken skin, mucous membranes, contaminated catheters or tubes. We're always looking for the next opportunity.
Fine. We will just need to continue with personal hygiene, personal protective equipment, and hand hygiene. We will also be sure to clean and dress wounds. We will place any catheters and tubes using appropriate antimicrobial techniques. And we will remove unneeded catheters and tubes. We will make it difficult for you to get in and take a hold.
Cool. You can do all of that, but unless you are careful and consistent with following infection control protocols, I might still manage to find a way, and I will be looking for the most susceptible host I can find. People in hospital make the best hosts, so you can be assured that we will be hanging out nearby just waiting for a chance.
Good thing we have more tricks up our sleeve to help people avoid contracting you and your friends. We have immunizations that protect everyone, but especially the young, the elderly, and the immunocompromised. And the best weapon we have is knowledge. We know who you are, where you live, how you get around, what you're looking for. We also know how to protect ourselves and others from you and your type. As long as we're committed to using and following infection control protocols, we can make your life difficult, if not impossible.
Good luck with that! Ah!